Welcome to the National Religious Relationships Committee of the Boy Scouts of America's Virtual Faith Walk. My name is Amanda Vogt, and today we are being joined by Bobby Tanaka of the National Buddhist Committee on Scouting to learn more about how the Buddhist faith serves as a charter partner of the Boy Scouts of America. We invite you to gather your family, unit, or congregation together as we join Bobby for this short video. Afterwards, have a discussion on what you learned. Feel free to take a walk and enjoy the outdoors while having your discussion as you join others from around the country on this virtual faith walk. Thank you for joining us, Bobby. Many in our scouting community are curious about the Buddhist faith and how to support youth who follow Buddhism within their unit. What are 3 unique things about the Buddhist faith?
In preparing for this video, the Reverend William Briones of the Los Angeles Buddhist Temple gave me some really good information. It's so eloquent. I'm just going to read his 3 responses. Number 1, Buddhism is a religion of awareness. We become aware of the principles of existence. These principles, or the Dharma, or teachings, taught by the historical Buddha over 2,500 years ago, the truths by which we try to think and live. Number 2, the goal of Buddhism is to become real by becoming more aware of the true nature of oneself and of one's relationship to the world. The aim in Buddhism is to cultivate oneself in order to awaken to how things are and not just to be a good person. One becomes a good person as a natural outcome of awareness. And thirdly, one important aspect of Buddhism is that the Buddha did not impose any religious laws or commandments. The Buddha was a unique teacher who had disciplinary codes for us to uphold according to our way of life. Those who follow the precepts observe them voluntarily, but not as required religious law. It is up to us to follow the advice through our own understanding and experience of what is good for us and what is good for others. Through trial and error, we learn to follow the advice which give us just peace and happiness.
I concur. You couldn't have summarized your faith better than that. Thank you for sharing that information with us on some of the unique features about the Buddhist faith. Does the Buddhist faith have a religious emblems programs that Scouts can earn?
Yes, the National Buddhist Committee on Scouting has a awards program that we administer, and starting off with the Cub Scouts, we have the Metta Award, and this awards program is also available online through Facebook, and it's become really popular. We have the Sangha Award for our Boy Scouts, Venture Scouts, and Explorer Scouts. And we also have the Bodhi Award for adult religious recognition.
You can find information at the end of this video on where to look for resources on these religious emblems. Bobby, is there a resource or a training that councils can reach out to if they are wanting to start a unit for their Buddhist community in their hometown?
No, there are just too many different denominations and sects in Buddhism in the United States, and each has their own traditions and practices.
That is very unique to the Buddhist faith. Many of our faith groups that we work with do seem to have a centralized organization or key contacts that they can go to for information. Many Scouts and Scouters are probably interested to hear someone mention the Buddhist faith, but they don't really realize how many different denominations or sects are within that overall Buddhist faith. I guess it's similar to Christianity in a way. If someone is needing to reach out to the Buddhist faith, should they contact the National Buddhist Committee on Scouting then?
Yes, absolutely. So we have a website, and that is listed on this video. And also they can contact me directly through email, which is also listed here.
Thank you so much for joining me, Bobby, to represent the National Buddhist Committee on Scouting on our virtual faith walk. Don't forget to have a discussion about what you learned with your family, unit, or congregation. Here are some great questions to get you started. How can Scouting partner with the local Buddhist community to strengthen relationships with the next generation of youth and young adults? How can our unit or congregation work with the Buddhist faith for religious services, emblems, service projects, etc.? How does the Buddhist faith compare to my own faith? We will see you next time as we continue our virtual faith walk through some of the many faiths represented throughout the Boy Scouts of America. Remember, the Scout oath starts with your duty to God, and the Scout law ends with the Scout is reverent.